time for our tutorial this week, and today we're going to do fabric selection. I know it's really intimidating for a lot of you to pick your own fabrics, and that's why you like to buy kits, but let me just give you a few hints that will help your fabric selection made a little easier. You've got to have a focus, whether it's a piece of fabric that you like or it's something in your home that you're trying to match to, or a painting on your wall, your couch, your wallpaper, whatever. You have to have a focus, and then you can match to that. You have to have a place to start. I'm going to show you something really kind of fun. You can even match to things that you find in the grocery store or on a calendar or something, because people pay a lot of money to artists to figure out a color combination that will really work. The color combination on this cereal box would make a really cute child's quilt. So you've just got to have a place to start. Let's pretend like we're going to have this as our focus fabric today, and we are going to try, we really like this piece of fabric, so we're going to match to this. One way you can do that is most fabrics do have on the selvage little dots. Now there's 15 colors in this particular piece of fabric, and they're all here on these little dots, so you can match your colors to the dots, because some of these colors you don't really notice that they're in the quilt, but they're there on the dots, and that makes it a little bit easier. A good rule of thumb, and it's just a good place to start, you don't have to do this, but a good rule of thumb is to do 15% light fabrics, 70% medium colored fabrics, and 15% dark fabrics. Now that's all relative, because what's dark in one quilt might be a medium in another quilt, just depending on your fabric selection. Then also your prints, you need small prints, about 15%, you need medium-sized prints, about 70%, and large prints, about 15% again. If you look at any line of fabric in the fabric store, you're going to see this happening all the time, that there's small, medium, and large prints, and there's light, medium, and darker colors. One thing that you need to remember is you need to try to use the same quality fabric in your quilt, because your quilt will only last as long as your worst piece of fabric. If you really, really love a piece of fabric and it's not the same quality as your others, I don't know, go ahead and use it, but your quilt's going to wear out more quickly. So try to use the same quality fabrics. Then also, the tone-on tones are really nice. This is a piece of blue that has blue printed on blue, and from a distance it reads like it's a plain fabric. If you use a plain fabric like this blue, it's going to really, really stick out in your quilt. If you like that, great. I don't like that so much, so I try to avoid plain fabrics. But I like to use fabrics that read as plain, a tone-on tone, or a marbled print, or something like that. Works really well, but it reads plain. This right here is another example of a plain as opposed to a tone-on tone. These are the same colors, but the plain really, really sticks out. It will jump out of your quilt, but the tone-on tone will read the same, only it gives more texture to your quilt. So try to use a variety of textures, a variety of sizes, and a variety of colors, and you'll have a great quilt. On this quilt, the focus was this particular fabric here, and it has the light greens, the dark greens, the browns, and the rust colors. So you can see that the fabrics have been chosen to match this, but there's different textures looking in the fabric. This is a tone-on tone, this is a marble, and this is a little pattern. This is a bigger pattern, so we have all the things here that we just talked about.